Hello there, my friends. Hi, how are you? Oh my gosh, my name is Natasha. I am the creator and the founder of the Glow Up Method, and I'm so stinking excited to be here with you today. Even though today is like 11:23 p.m., I am getting it in here. So, I love my self-care Sundays, but it's a 3-day weekend. So it doesn't really feel like a self-care Sunday to me. The biggest thing I've done for self-care today was I did like a little mask thing on my hair, and, TikTok made me do it. I had my head wrapped up in saran wrap. One of my kids came in and was like, "Mom, why is there literally a condom on your head?" And I'm like, "What do you," I like literally didn't even remember what was happening. I just thought my hair was back. And I was like, "Oh no," I was, trying to be girly. Like, I am not super like girly because I grew up in so many like masculine environments that, like, doing my hair, doing my makeup, it's just not like a priority to me. Like, I love when it's done. Like, I love looking pretty and things like that, and putting on, but I just don't know how to, like, I never really learned how to do it. My daughter is a master. Like, she can do crazy things with hair and makeup, and I just am in awe. And she doesn't like me to watch, so it's like I can't even like watch and learn. But like, for me, like, putting in a mask and washing my hair, that's like self-care love, like, for me. So that was my biggest thing. I ended up dancing. I had this whole debate in my mind because I'm really realizing, and it's becoming more and more clear and evident that there are so many time hogs that hijack my day, right? Like, between my kids or social media, and I'm learning. So it's like, it's frustrating because, like, a lot of my social media is like, I'm in groups or things. The algorithm is so freaking good. It knows me so well. I'm like, yes, 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 yes. Like, oh my gosh, I can use this. I love this. Oh, this is cool. Oh, I'm about to travel here. Like, all that kind of stuff. So I ended up like getting my running done in the morning. I ended up writing, and then I ended up like going to the gym, and I was like, yes, I'm going to do this. It's a 1 hour thing. I won't do the little massage afterwards, and I'll just go and dance and have 50 minutes of fun. And then I realized when I got in the car, I needed gas, which meant I needed to go to Costco. And so if I was going to Costco, I might as well go in and just get the shopping done since it's not going to be open tomorrow. And we needed milk and things like that. And then I got home and we freaking didn't even need milk because somebody went and bought it. So literally didn't even need to go to Costco. So that was annoying. But I did want the fruit and stuff. So whatever, it's done. I can't go back in time. But I totally could have used that time to do other things. And I tried to, like, I had, reach out to Chris, and I was like, "Hey, I have a lot of work this week. Would you be able to do the Costco shopping?" And he was like, "Nope, I don't want to." And I, was irritated. I was frustrated because I'm like, so I don't want to either. So what does that mean? That means that because whenever like, why is it acceptable for you to say I don't want to and don't do it? And he's like, "Well, then I'll just go buy my own food." And I was like, how, like, I'm not going to Costco to buy something just for me. Like, if it was something I was buying just for me, I'd go and buy it or not buy it at all. But this is for a household in which you happen to live in. And so again, I know this is my own doing. Like, I can be like, get out, goodbye, it's time to leave. But I just don't know what to do in that aspect because I just don't know what to do. And I think I just don't know what to do. So I that's like a TBD over here. Like, listen, I've got a lot going on. Like, sitting here and stressing on that isn't worth it. And I ended up at one point just was like, this conversation, sorry, my like sciatica is hurting. So I'm like wiggle pants over here today, like trying to find a spot where I'm like, oh, right there, that feels good. Oh my God, like, give me a little stretching. Oh yeah. But yeah, at one point I was like, honestly, like, I don't want to go around in this song and dance here. Like, this is why we're here. Like, you do what you can when you want, and I do everything else, even if I can't and don't want to. So that's been my role. in this thing, and you know, I'm at the tail end of this relationship. So hasta la frickin' vista, baby. You know, I honestly, it isn't my worry anymore. And so I, you know, let myself get worked up for a little half a minute there. And then I was like, forget it, going to the gym, having a good time. And I did. I danced by my friends. You know, we were like a little whoop whoop party in there. And so, you know, I may still not know this particular genre very good, but I come in there with whatever energy I got. And I do what I can, and I have fun. So that's you know, my goal of the day. Like I say always, like, I may not know what I'm doing every day, but I'm in here and I'll bring my energy as best as my energy is for that particular day. So, you know, I enjoyed it. And then tomorrow's a bonus class. My teacher had sent me something and said that he will be teaching tomorrow. So I'm super excited for that. And he'll be with like a bunch of other teachers too. So that'll be a fun, like, little pop-up class, which I'm supposed to have Mondays off. Like, Monday's supposed to be my no dance day and no gym day. But now I will be dancing. So I'll be going Monday. I'll be dancing probably twice on Tuesday, twice on Wednesday, twice on Thursday, once on Friday, and twice on Saturday. And then next Sunday I'll be dancing. And then that following Monday will be my birthday. And that will be the birthday of the Glow Up Method. And so this week is really about honing that in. I have like really easy dinner like planned, and there is leftovers and a plethora of like taco stuff. So there are gonna be taco salads or any of those kind of things. Simple, easy meals. I will not be in the kitchen for any extended time or period. I really need to get this going and, you know, presentable to at least launch. And again, if even a one person can find me out there and see me, well, then that's amazing. But I'm not counting on that. So I'm really honing in on that. Really, really like being mindful of my time hogs. Like, that's where I'm noticing is the time management. That it's not that I don't have any less time in any day. It's just, what am I doing when I'm not in the gym? What am I doing when I'm not with the kids? What am I doing? Like, you know, and it's hard because sometimes you're tired or whatever. And I have like this, like, I love to stretch. And so I'll do like a stretch. And as I'm stretching, I'll, you know, be on my phone. And so like literally today, 2 times audibly, I had to be like, no, we're not going on the phone. So really breaking myself from that phone addiction, and really just preparing myself, you know, when I get done with here, I should be getting into bed, but I'm going to be doing a little bit of cleanup and stuff like that because I love to clean up on Sundays. And just really have my calendar set up for some success tomorrow and really get things done. You know, I've come to the conclusion again, time. What do I need? I need time to get these things done. So I'm okay with saying, you know what? It might be a 15,000 step week. It might be a 10,000 step week. That's my bare minimum. So we're not going any lower than that. But, you know, I have to adapt to certain things in order to make, you know, time and prioritize other things. So I'm really excited about this. And, you know, I don't expect to do a lot of work on my actual birthday or for it. Like, I plan on figuring out in this week, like, what is my time that I want to try to launch. And my other thing is I'm just going to put it out there. I'm not editing. Like I said, I'll have some kind of thumbnail, and hopefully the page will be, you know, to my liking or my, you know, for now or whatever it is. I'm sure it'll change in the future, but just get it to where it's like presentable. It is kind of this cohesive looking thing. And there we go. So I don't know how it's going to go. And I want to share like these back end stories because, you know, my hope here is to inspire you to go out and create a podcast, a YouTube, a book, an art, or, do a TED Talk, do whatever it is to get your story out there. Your story is your like superpower. And it's magical to share, and you have no idea the impact you make on someone else. I was super excited because, again, I spent a chunk of time today, and it was like, again, it always takes way too long. Is I had these returns, I had all these packages and things like that I needed to get through, and it just took a really long time, and it had been something I had been delaying off, and so I got that like 99.9% done. There's like two things that I'm like, where the heck is this return label? I don't know. But I have to figure that part out still. But other than that, like that stuff is gone. So I have something that's off the mental to-do list. I have a couple things that I'm just trying to like kind of brain dump and just get out. So like as I'm trying to balance everything and prioritize this, see like how many minutes a day do I need to devote beyond the 30 minutes of filming, like to creating the product that I want to put out in this world. And so I want to just be really transparent about it because I don't know, like I just don't know all the answers, and I've done a lot of research and I've done a lot of reading, but execution, as you know, is always a little bit different. And so, you know, I don't know the answers and I don't know what's going to happen, but we're going to figure this out together, and you're going to have this as a guide map to be like, hey, this worked for her, it's probably going to work for me that way, or that didn't work for her, I'm going to try this thing differently. So, you know, it's really fascinating to watch. And, you know, it's really fascinating for me to watch my kids' stories unfold. My daughter just submitted an application to a bachelor's of nursing. You know, my other son is currently working and streaming at the moment. And, you know, this is something he really didn't want to do, but he also understands now that it is part of the game. It is part of the game of this is a business and a brand. You know, my other son is diligently working on his things. And then my other son is like at the very tail end of his physical therapy. He has become like this assistant coach on his team. He like takes care of so much of that team. Like I honestly think that he's going to miss part of that coaching role, but he's really ready to get back on the field. And I think he's like a week or two out. And so I'm really like excited to finally see him, all his hard work and energy, like pay off on the field. And so I'm really excited for that to come. And then I'm also really excited. I was just really excited to see him. Like I was really excited to just hear his voice and hear his stories and how his experience in Southern California went. Their team did not advance, so they came home a day early, which is great for me because I get to see him, and I think it's great for him too because he gets to have a day of rest before he has to jump back into, you know, a few days of school. And yeah, so I'm really excited for this next week and what's going to happen. And it's crazy to me because it was like, here I was January 1st. This really wasn't like an idea that I had been pondering. It was just kind of like yeah, maybe I'll do that one day. Or, you know, I had talked with my uncle and we were like, yeah, we should record these, or, you know, yeah, we should do this. But in my mind, I was like, oh, hell no, I'm not getting in front of a camera. And again, like all that time from then and then, it was like, I had to have my hair perfect. I had to have makeup on, and I don't want to wear makeup every day. And I have to have new outfits and things like that. And I was like, why? Why do I have to do all this work just to pretend to be somebody I'm not wearing makeup every day. I just simply don't have the time, energy. I'm not that good at it. Like I just don't, like I do the same style I've done for 20 plus years. Like I probably need to go to somebody I haven't done, but there's been a few times I've had it done and I was like, holy crap, I look like I'm about to walk a drag show right now. Like this is way too much, like it is like, it didn't even look good. Like, I was like, I look better without makeup on compared to this. And it was just like weird colors and stuff like that. I was not a fan. So I'm a little shy about having somebody else do it. But anyways, it's not that deep. It's not that big of a deal. Again, the back is screaming at me for some reason today. But then, I had this, amidst of all the things I had to do today, I was thinking about family, and then it dawned on me that, I had texted my aunt in the morning because it was her birthday. It is her birthday. But I was like, one thing that really means a lot to me when it's my birthday is like a phone call. Like a text is cool. Facebook message is cool. But like, there's something like about my intimate circle, like calling you or saying it in person. And whether it be ahead of time, after, whatever. There's just something that is so special about that to me. And so I called my auntie, who I hadn't spoke to in a really long time. She lives in Florida. And she was like, when I was a kid, I would hear stories about her. There were photos of her. She was, she worked at the Playboy Bunny Club in San Francisco. Like, she was just this gorgeous, like, sultry, sexy, funny as hell, just vibrant, life of the party woman who I absolutely adored and looked up to. And we like got into some shenanigans. Oh my gosh, we went to Vegas together. We've been to Florida together, Napa together, Texas, New York, Philadelphia. So we've traveled a good amount together, when I was younger. And she has a huge, 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 huge heart. And so I'm so excited that I called, because I even found out she's going to be coming out here in a few weeks, hopefully. So I'll get to spend some time with her again. And a lot of my extended family was just this, they were just these mythical creatures almost. Like, they were just absolute perfection in my eyes as I was growing up. Even though I could see their dysfunctional flaws, like, to me, they were just perfect. And, as life went on and new people were introduced into the family, in particular, my dad's now ex-wife, but, she just, for whatever reason, could not stand my brother and I. And I can't say what, for whatever reason. She had a vision in her mind about what life was going to look like, and it didn't include 2 older kids. Like, it just didn't. And she did everything in her power to pretend like we didn't exist and to really inflict a lot of damage on us intentionally. And there was no reason, like, that she had to be so threatened by us and talk so nasty about us, and just a mean person. And I actually am stunned to find out she's literally getting married again, and to some, like, multimillionaire who is, like, some director at Apple or something like that. Like, what? Like, she is one of the meanest people I have ever met in my life. I'm like, this poor guy, I just feel sorry for him. But blessings to them. I hope that they have their happily ever after, and maybe that relationship is exactly what she needs to show up as a kind human in this world. I don't know, don't really care, but it dumbfounds me, because I'm like, how is this person who is so absolutely mean and cruel, not only to me, to my brother, to my dad, to strangers, like, how is it she finds another husband already? Like, it just drives me, like, it made my brain go, what? But again, like I say, blessings to them. Wish nothing but the best for them. Please just stay out of my life. That's all I ask. But, yeah, like, I really am excited to see family, because I don't have that much extended family anymore, because they've either passed away or there's been rifts in the family, and it's really unfortunate. So everything that was home, everything that was everything to me, these people that meant my absolute world, are no longer here. And now it's like I am walking through life with these new people, right? Like, my kids obviously weren't in my life then. Chris wasn't in my life. So, like, the people who are the center of my universe, I didn't even know 25 years ago. And the people that were that were the center of my life 25 years ago, I barely know now. And so getting to talk to my aunt on the phone and just hearing her voice, like, I don't know, it just was this refueling of my tank that I didn't know was really needed or necessary. I thought that I had really, like, come to terms with the fact that, I won't see a lot of my extended family again as of right now. And it's sad and it's unfortunate, but we also are all at different stages of our life and have different passions and, different perspectives. And and perhaps stubbornness. I don't know what it is, but there's nothing like old family and friends. I feel this same feeling like when I meet up with my girlfriends from high school. Like, it's just this, like, there's just this feeling of home that, like, although I didn't always show the world who I really was, like, they just have a piece of me. Like, they saw it even if I thought I was hiding it. And I don't know if you feel like that. Like, I just don't know. Like, is that normal? Like, is that, like, not that normal, but, like, I don't know. It's just something very, very beautiful about old relationships. If you just don't think about all the drama and all the other things associated with it, it's just this little piece that feels like home. And so I appreciate reminiscing and going back home and having that moment. But I'm also grateful for the home I'm in now. I'm grateful for, like, I feel like I'm on this precipice, this like edge, that I've done all this work and I've made all these choices and I've gotten to this point and I'm about to explode. That's like the way it feels. Like, it feels like everything I've worked for, everything I've decided, everything I've written and recorded and taught, it is finally all making sense and all coming together just as it was always supposed to. And so I'm really, really, really excited about that. I feel like a kid in a candy store. And I'm really excited to embark on this 48th year of mine, like, around the sun. I've been thinking a lot about, too, like, this morning I happened to just see a video of me from behind. I saw myself in a different angle. I don't typically see myself. It was from the side and it was from behind. I see myself from the front. It's a good angle. It works for me. And I realized that I have some blind spots, and I'm not upset about it. I'm not mad about it, but I do know that, like, okay, my body has changed yet again. Like, my decision to really indulge in sweets and sometimes soda and other things, it does have an effect on the body, and plus age and all those other things. But, like, I don't know how I feel about it. I know it's there. I have the awareness now, and the question is do I want to make any further changes? Like, I know I can clean up my diet. I know that I'm pretty good in the fitness level. Maybe I can take on some more like the strength training, but seeing that was this awareness for me in a lot of things, that a lot of times we do only see things one way, and we have these blind spots that are not always in our peripheral vision, and then we see something from a different angle, and it gives us this moment of, what do we do now? And it's fine. Like, whatever the answer is, if I want to continue to eat what I want to eat and look the way I look, that's cool. That's on me. I don't know the answer. I have to do some soul searching and think, what is it I really want? Like, what is my objective? My objective was health, and I'm healthy, My objective is never been to look fly in a bathing suit, although I'd love to, but I do understand that certain things just don't bounce back the way they could have. They've been stretched out quite a bit. So I know that there's places that I could clean up my diet and do things like that. But I also really want to enjoy my life too. I have this problem where I don't want to feel deprived of anything. I don't want to deprive myself of anything consciously. Like, no, you can't, and no, you shouldn't eat this and all these things. Like, that's just not for me. That's not my lifestyle. Like, I work hard. I'm a good person. If I want a freaking cookie, I should be able to eat the damn cookie, Like, it's something that brings me joy still. But I do think that where I can do a little cleanup is probably in the quantity amount. Like, I sometimes take it like, okay, I don't have a full, like, my stomach still doesn't ever feel full, probably because it was stretched to anything like that. So, I mean, when I do feel full, it's like, oh my gosh, I am so full. Like, I must have really threw down. Like, but a lot of times I just don't have that full feeling. Like, I can out eat anybody in this house. by double probably. And I guess I do the most activity as well, so it does make sense. But it really is something that, like, what works for me. It's not about the number on the scale. It's not about what size I am. It's not about the way I look in jeans, because I don't really look great in jeans ever. Like, jeans are just not made for this body. I would much rather be in a dress or a skirt or something like that. But I just have to come to a place where I am happy and where I am comfortable in my skin. And right now I am comfortable in my skin. Again, like I said, I saw myself differently. I saw myself with a sense of like, oh, here is a blind spot, which just gives me the awareness. And there isn't a right or wrong answer. The answer is me. I am designing a life that I am proud of, just as much as you are designing a life you are proud of that fits into your lifestyle, not into mine, not into the person next to you, and not to that person over there. It's what works for you right now. What are your priorities? Again, like I say, I choose my eating windows because I want to eat with my kids. I choose, my activities because I love those classes. Like, I love the way they make me feel. Like, there was a gentleman dancing next to me, and he's like, oh, there's Miss Energy over here. He was like, I bet if you could dance all day, you would. I was like, yes, I would. I said, except for in between, I want a massage. He's like, yes, on the beach. And I was like, yes. And somebody bring me some grapes and a fan as well. And so we had a thing. I said, now you know me all too well. You know all my secrets. Just give me some dance, some beach, and some grapes, and I'm a happy lady over here. But I say all that to say, yes, this is my life. And it's your life, and we're designing a life that we're proud of. And that means we have to try different things. We have to see different things. What works for us? When I first started this journey, I was more conscientious of what I was putting in my mouth. I was really like thinking about the input and the output. Like, if I eat this, it's going to take me this many hours of working out in order to get that to gone. Do I want 6 of these, or can I settle for 1? And so, like before, I used to love these little C's chocolate balls, and I would just pop like 15 of them, and like with reckless abandon, like just pop, 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 like not even in enjoying them. And they were hella expensive, which again, that got me, but I'd often get them on sale. So don't even worry about that. Like when it was like the season change, it was like literally nothing changed about them. It was the color of the little tinfoil around them. And so I would stock up on them. I put them in the fridge, and then they would like melt in my mouth. Well, I used to eat like I said, 15. So then I went down to 3, and then I went down to 1. And it was just like, when it was 15, I didn't think about it. I was just balling up the thing. I'm chatting, I'm everything. When it was 3, I was a little bit slower with it. When it was 1, I took my time unpeeling that tinfoil. I put it in my mouth with love. Like, I didn't talk to anybody. I didn't read anything. I just like literally focused on the food melting in my mouth. And I think that that's what I've lost recently, because I love talking. And when I'm talking, I'm not really paying attention to what I'm eating. But I've lost track of the pleasure of the eating. Beyond that it tastes good is just taking my time to really savor the flavors and the smells and the textures. And so I think that that's where it's lost on me right now. And I'd really like to work on that. But I also understand I'm working on a hell of a lot. So to take on more and more and more and more is when I start to lose my focus. I get distracted from what's ahead. And I'm like, hey, yeah, it's on the note. It's on the thing. Think about it in your back of your mind. But right now, our full focus, our full energy, our full vision is going into our launch, which is about 1 week away in 8 minutes. But yeah, so I'm super excited for that. And I'm just really grateful that you have stuck in here with me for this entire journey. I have no idea how much different it's going to be when I start getting the feedback and make other adjustments. And so I'm just so glad that you've been here and you stuck with me, or if it's your first time watching, that you're like, heck yeah, if she can do this, I can do this with her purple walls and her Buddha over here. So I just want to say, I thank you so much. I am so, so grateful for you for sharing your energy, sharing your time, sharing your space, and sharing your stories. I really hope that you're going out there today and taking one small action to really live the life that you were meant to live, that will make you proud of being you. So I say all of that to say thank you so much for tuning into me today. I am so proud of you. Please go out there, give somebody a big smile, give them a compliment, and just watch how they glow up. So thank you. Bye.